recommended by the WHO. At first, we will do the screening. If the woman is negative, she will be asked to come for the rescreening after 5 years. If she is positive, we should determine the eligibility for the treatment through visual inspection method. If she is eligible with cryotherapy, we can treat with cryotherapy. If she is not eligible, we will have to refer the woman to the LEAP procedure. Then we have to follow up after 1 year. If through the visual inspection method, if we see any suspicious for cancer, we should refer her for the further diagnosis and treatment. So we do the implementation. How can we assess the impact of the program? For that, we have an evaluation plan. The evaluation question is: after an educational intervention, 4 months later, will there be will the proportion of women with good knowledge increase to 20% in intervention district when compared to control district? So the evaluation design we took is quasi-experimental non-equivalent control group pre-post test panel design. So the sampling method is multi-stage cluster sampling, and the sampling frame is election voters list. So the inclusion criteria: women between 30 to 59 years old, citizens of Coimbatore and Madurai district, which is the control district, and they should able to understand and speak in Tamil. Those who are having medical background as well as those who underwent screening before 12 months, they will be excluded from the evaluation study. The sample size was calculated as 618 on the whole from intervention 309 and control 309. So for the evaluation, we took independent variables: age, marital status, education, number of children, occupation, and income. The different variables are knowledge of warning signs of cervical cancer and its symptoms, then cervical cancer and age, risk factors, and how confident the woman in identifying the cervical cancer symptoms, and what are the screening tests available in Tamil Nadu. For this, we took a validated instrument which is known as cervical cancer awareness measurement, CCAM shortly, and the evaluation study has already satisfied the IRB requirement of AUA, and we will obtain oral informed consent from each participant. So this is the organization chart in which there is one chief executive officer, there will be 2 groups of project leaders, and there will be 2 groups of team leaders, and there will be 2 groups of field leaders, field staff, and women's self-help group members. So this is a timeline of the whole program. It will, if we get funding, it will start from 2017 January and it will end in 2021 December. So in the first 3 months, we will do the planning, followed by the implementation phase 1. Then we will do the first phase of evaluation. After 1 month for planning of second phase, then we will do the implementation phase 2. Then followed by the second evaluation, then final reporting. So for the whole program, we expect funding, like for the human resource, it is around 600,000, and for the medical supplies, 7.5 million. For the infrastructure, we are in need of 100,000, and for the information and technology, we are in need of 9,500 USD. So on the whole, the approximate cost of the project would be 8.3 million USD. So thus, by having screen and treat approach in Coimbatore district, based on the evidence, we are expecting that the cervical cancer is preventable in Coimbatore district. Thank you. Question?
Can you tell why you choose Madurai as your control district? There are many other districts.
Actually, thanks for the question. If you take all the districts in Tamil Nadu state, Coimbatore and Madurai, the target age group women are like the characteristics of both the districts are approximately same. Say for example, I told you that Coimbatore district has 3.7 million of population. If you take Madurai, the strength of population is same. In both the districts, the literacy rate is among women, it is approximately 87%, and in both the districts, around 86% of people speak in Tamil. If you take the cultural background, like 88% of people are Hindus. So in that category, I selected Madurai district to be my control group.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So So I hope this isn't too picky, but going back to your one of your first two slides, where you were talking about comparisons in health outcomes and education between Tamil Nadu and go back there, and Kerala. Actually, my understanding is that for most health outcomes, those are the top two states in India for, in terms of positive health outcomes and higher levels of literacy and education. So the way you explained it, it sounded like you were contrasting them a bit more. Did I get something wrong, or?
The total literacy rate in Tamil Nadu state is 80%.
Yeah.
You take Kerala, it is in 2000, according to 2011 census, it is 93.5%.
Yeah, but those are still both very high
Yeah.
in the context of
Of
India
course.
overall. They're not that different.
Yeah,
But-
of course.
Yeah, okay.
But a study done in Kerala state to identify the screening coverage in Kerala, which found that 7% of women have already undergone screening test, whereas in Tamil Nadu, the overall screening coverage is 0.002.
So that is a big difference. I guess my
Yeah.
point is, do you really think that has to do with an association with education, or with perhaps more of just a systemic health systems push in Kerala state? Because
think-
even 7% isn't very high.
I think both healthcare system as well as the education matters, because if you take the healthcare system of Tamil Nadu, which is not like
It's not as sophisticated as Kerala,
Okay.
but it's not bad. It's still one of the better.
yes, if you take Kerala, in Kerala almost all the diseases are comparatively low.
Yes.
If you take Tamil Nadu, I think in Kerala their lifestyle is different, from the point of Indian citizen. I mean, like the people there, the way they seek care and the way they depend on the healthcare system is different. In Tamil Nadu, it is like usually the women, they don't go to the healthcare to show this kind of issues. They usually don't go to the doctors because they have many issues. Like the first of all is, if you take the rural women, the literacy rate is I don't know exactly what is the rural literacy rate of among rural women. But if you take rural women, they don't go to the doctors to show their genital organs.
Sure,
to have,
of
yeah,
course, right.
that's the problem.
Yeah, I guess I'm just suggesting that maybe it has more to do with Kerala's overall sort of more socialized
Yes.
approach to healthcare and social structure overall.
Yes.
But and I realize it's a picky point. I'm not.
Yes.
Very interesting presentation.
Okay. Thank you for the comment.
Why did you pick Tamil Nadu?
There is no reason. Actually, the screening coverage is very low. That's the one thing. And I am from Tamil Nadu, first of all. And I am from Coimbatore district, the second thing. So the picture I shown is my native place where I born. So that's the thing. There is no.
Could you clarify on that, right, stay there?
Okay.
The cervical cancer is second most common cause of death among all deaths among women.
Yes.
It's the number 2, and what's the number 1 cause of death?
Breast cancer.
And where does
childbirth?
cardiovascular disease fall? Where does
Pregnancy and childbirth.
and
Maybe-
childbirth? Well, childbirth that high? Yeah. What else is on that list in the top 5?
Maybe right now I don't know the exact the status, but according to the literature, among Indian women, the cervical cancer is the second most leading cause of death, next to breast cancer.
Yeah.
Do you mean
I would
among
imagine that among cancer deaths.
Among all cancer deaths.
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
among all total.
No,
deaths.
no, no, no.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There are-
That was
yeah.
my.
Big difference.
You should clarify that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very
And my. Wait, I forget.
Thank you for your initiative, very good one and very useful, I believe.
Thank you so much.
If I could, I would.
You could fund that. You could fund us.
My question is, you showed screening tests, and in the same line you showed both types of tests. One cytological examination test,
Yes.
the others for identifying human papillomavirus. Do you think these are equally useful screening tests in terms of not sensitivity and specificity, but they look for different things? For example, there could be human papillomavirus, but
There
not
is no
any precancerous state,
Yes.
and vice versa.
In this approach, in screen and treat approach, we use the visual inspection method to determine the eligibility for the treatment. So the woman may have the HPV virus in her cervix, but there won't be any lesions. In order to determine the eligibility for the treatment, so we use visual inspection method. Through that we can we can suggest whether the woman can undergo cryotherapy or the second procedure, LEAP. So if, say for example, if visually if we see the lesion, so we can treat with the cryo probe. Sometimes what happens, the lesion will enter into the endocervix where we cannot see the lesion on totally. In that case, there is no other go. We should not give cryotherapy. We should refer the woman to LEAP. Did I answer?
No, not fully, because my question was about you cannot use one or the other, one instead of the other.
Okay.
I think in Armenia, for example, the approach is do cytology first, and then if cytology is positive, to look whether the virus is present there. So this is the second stage in the screening, not a test that can be applied instead of the first stage.
Yeah, I got your point. Actually, visual inspection methods are widely used right now in India. The problem with the visual inspection method, the women are not coming for the screening test because they, due to the psychological factor, they afraid to like embarrassment. They are shy to show their genital organs to the healthcare providers, even if they are women's health providers. So the advantage of using this test, the women can do the self collection. Through that, we can increase the screening coverage.